what exactly is permanent residency in Spain and how can you as a foreigner obtain it? If you want to learn more about this very interesting topic, stay until the end of this video, because here today we're going to explore what exactly is permanent residency, which are the requirements and the step-by-step process that you should follow in order to easily obtain it. So stay until the end, because today's video is very important. We're talking about permanent residency. Hello everyone, my name is Gerard. I'm the marketing responsible at immigrationspain.es, and as we've said, in today's video we are covering a topic that's going to be really interesting, because many foreigners have the same goal, which is stay in Spain for the required period of time in order to finally obtain permanent residency. Why? Because PR, as we'll see, is a permit that will allow you to save time, to avoid renewals, to save bureaucracy. So overall, a great advantage for you as a foreigner who wishes to set and establish him or herself in Spain. So in today's video, we're going to explore the requirements, who can exactly obtain PR. We're going to solve a misconception with wording, with the naming that you should not be making with PR and long-term residency, and also we'll see something very important, which is how to renew it. So stay tuned, because we'll cover everything in this video. First thing we must answer is, what exactly is permanent residency? When we talk about permanent residency, we are talking about a 5-year residence and work permit granted to those foreigners who have stayed in Spain legally for at least 5 years. This permit, which is not a temporary residency, it's permanent residency, allows you, as we've said, to work in Spain, to live in Spain for 5 years, to work for a company as a freelancer, whatever the case, and will allow you to do it indefinitely. And before moving forward, we must make an important distinction, because there are at least two types of permanent residency. From the one hand, we have the permanent residency under the European Union regime, which is that card for those foreigners in Spain who are from a European Union country and for his or her relatives. And then we have permanent residency under the general immigration regime, which is that reserved geared towards non-European Union citizens. This last type of permanent residency, even though both are for 5 years, this last type, the one for non-European Union citizens, it's actually called long-term residency. In Spain, residencia de larga duración. Whereas permanent residency would be reserved for European Union citizens and their relatives. This is very important, because even though both cards are quite similar, they have important difference. For example, the first one is the amount of time that you can be outside Spain during those 5 years that your PR lasts, if you wish to renew it and if you want to avoid the card to be extinguished. For the long-term residency, the PR for non-European Union citizens, that is 12 consecutive months that you can be outside, not Spain, but the European Union in general, in order to avoid your card being extinguished. So you have a maximum of 12 consecutive months that you can be outside the European Union. But if we are talking about the permanent residency for European Union citizens, then that's 2 consecutive years, but within Spain. So depending on your goals, as you can see, the permanent residency as a non-European Union citizen, the long-term residency can be much more beneficial. Before moving forward to the exact requirements and application process, let's remember that if you want to be updated with all the immigration news and updates that you need as a foreigner in Spain, you must subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's completely free. We're publishing new videos every single week, and you'll find here everything that you need to know. So subscribe. Moving to the second point, which is who exactly can apply for long-term residency, for permanent residency in Spain. As we've said, this card is granted to those who have been living in the country legally and continuously for 5 years. What do actually those two words mean? When we say legal residency, it means that you must have been living in Spain for 5 years with a valid residence permit, which means that periods under a student visa, periods under a tourist visa, those are stay periods, not residency periods, but stay periods. Those do not count toward permanent residency. So we'll start counting the 5 years required to obtain PR since you obtain a temporary residency card. And then, as we've said, legal residency, but also continuous residency, which means that you cannot have been outside Spain during those 5 required years for more than the allowed time. What's that allowed time? 10 months. So within the 5 years that you must be a legal resident in order to qualify for PR, you cannot be outside Spain for more than 10 months. Nevertheless, there's an exemption, which is that 10 months can be converted into 12 months, so 2 extra months, in case that you can justify that those absences, that those exits from Spain have been produced due to work. Nevertheless, general case, 10 months that you cannot be more than that outside Spain. Important piece of advice. I don't know how much time I've been in Spain. I don't know if I qualify or not. Easy. You can go to the police station, the one that's nearby, the closest one, and ask for what's called Certificado de Residencia, residency certificate. Why? Because this document will clearly state the amount of time that you have been registered here in Spain and will allow you to compute how much time you have left until you qualify for permanent residency. So in case of doubt, police station, this is something that you can do easily and request a Certificado de Residencia. Third point in this video, which is requirements, documents. What do I need to submit? What do I need to demonstrate? So as always, the list starts with your passport. You should submit your passport plus a copy. You also must submit model form EX11 duly completed. Also your current residency card, the one that's about to expire. Then you also must pay the corresponding associated administrative fee and demonstrate that you are lacking criminal records. With that document, you can proceed to, as long as, again, you can demonstrate that you've been in Spain for 5 legal and continuous years, to do the application for your permanent residency card. When exactly can you do it? Which is the next point in this video. Well, our recommendation, once your last, let's say, temporary residency card before those 5 years is about to expire, 60 days before that, you can start your application for permanent residency. The process is quite straightforward. Once you submit your application, approximately in 3 months, the administration will issue a response, we hope a favorable one, and with that favorable response, you can book an appointment at the immigration office to get your fingerprints, and then 1 month after that to pick up your physical permanent residency card. And finally, renewal, because what we've said in the beginning is that one of the advantages of obtaining PR, permanent residency in Spain, is that you will be granted an indefinite right to live in Spain. What does that mean? That when you're renewing your permanent residency, you are not renewing your legal status. What you're renewing is just your card, because the legal status, the right to be living and working in Spain, has been granted to you indefinitely. So when the renewal comes, you just need to renew the physical card, which is a quite straightforward process, but you will never need to renew again your legal status because that's granted forever. Nevertheless, bear in mind that it's very important to renew on time, because otherwise you could be facing important charges and penalties. So make sure to understand how that's done, which is what we're covering now. Again, the procedure starts at the police station. You must book an appointment. There you'll have to submit, again, your passport and copy, your current permanent residency card, and something very important, you can only renew it once it has expired, not before, not as in the application that we've said 60 days beforehand. No, once your permanent residency card has expired, then you can start the application process for the renewal. Also, in this case, you'll need to complete the form EX17, pay the corresponding administrative fee, and submit your empadronamiento, your city hall registration, in case you have moved places and change your residence. Again, you can only renew your permanent residency card once the old one has expired. So our recommendation, before the expiration, book an appointment at the police station in a date that's after the expiration date, ideally the day after, so you will never be without a valid residency card. So before you book the appointment, the card expires, next day you have the appointment at the police station to submit all papers, and you will be granted the new unrenewed permanent residency card. And here's everything you need to know about permanent residency in Spain. Remember that if you have doubts, if you need personalized legal assistance to obtain residency in Spain, to obtain PR, send us an email at info@immigrationspain.es. We'll be more than happy to help. And remember that if you haven't done so, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel and be ready with all the updates, all the tips, all the pieces of advice that you as a foreigner in Spain need. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.